Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. This is SKTV coming to you live from Phoenix, Arizona. My name is Sekou Kenneth. Today is Friday, September 20th, 2024. So today we are going to be discussing Liberia once again. What should Liberians expect from the United Nations General Assembly? Uh, we learned that our president and his entourage have left the country. They are somewhere in Canada. We also get some information on that. But I want to encourage each and every one of you to share the show so we can get this thing started as soon as possible. I want to welcome you. I want to encourage you to share the show. It's going to be here, as always. Let's get it started. Let's share the show. You know, Liberia is an interesting country. And we Liberians, we are such a, such an interesting people as well. So I want to encourage you to share the show so we can get this thing started as soon as possible. Welcome.
There are things we can do. We bring in good news and we give it to you. We talking about podcast and connecting people and culture from getting up out of the club. What is our people who willing to sell? The blessing that time and the efforts are rest. The brothers giving us the end, the promise from them. The welcome and life without the end.
I live
Master.
Clay Paris, who make you, I can't ask you to be benyo. Say my journey, Tina get I say my jamo. And yes, I know money, and more I yo. And you love me, more I
SKTV the best in Liberia. SKTV the best in Africa. SKTV the best in Mama Liberia. Must hold by the lofa and grandbaza.
And I didn't ya to money, and I said ya to money, and I couldn't play ya to money, and I could do ya to money, and I didn't ya to money, and I said ya to money, and I couldn't play ya to money, and I could do ya to money, and I forget now ya to money. That's the baby, and I forget it now. Cause you walk on my ya to money. Yeah.
SKTV the best in Liberia. SKTV the best in Africa. SKTV the best in Mama Liberia. Must hold by the lofa and grandbaza.
There are things we can do. We bring in good news and we give it to you. We talking about podcast and connecting people and culture from getting up out of the club. What is our people who willing to sell? The flesh, the time and the efforts are rest. The broadcast we giving a real and the promise my best. The world with my life without fear. From Grandfather Nima to Lufa, from Riverside, River G to Chile, from Grand Crew, Bombing, Kidman, Monster Rider, San to Bakulu, from Maryland, Bonkan to the Mikey B. We the best in the land, yeah, LIB. We the best in the land, yeah, LIB. We the best in the land, yeah, LIB.
SKTV the best in Liberia. SKTV the best in Africa.
So we want to say thank you to all of you. I want to encourage everybody to share the show. It's important that we share the show. So today we are going to be discussing the United Nations General Assembly. You know, for Liberia, and we the Liberians, we politicize everything. Hey, Steve,
Yes, Mr. Connor.
what's up? How you doing?
Good morning. How are you?
I'm doing good. We need to call 911 or maybe FBI to go look for you now.
You know, I was sleeping after I spoke to you.
You are?
Yeah, I was so tired about. We'll wait till after the show. I'll call you. I'll come to the.
Yeah, I'm not working today.
Yeah, we got a
So
lot to catch up on.
so we got a lot of catch up to do. Yeah, so I mean Jeremiah Jeremiah Kule, my brother, thank you so much. And Juj, one well, welcome. Edward, uh, Edward Bricius, welcome. And Teves Bashu, welcome. Everybody, man, y'all share the show. Today we're gonna dig deeper. We got some information to share with you as always. And our yeah, Steve, take over for a second.
Okay. Good morning, folks. Good afternoon. Good evening. It's been a while. Feels good to be back. Hello, everyone. Help us share the show. Today promises to be another day on SKTV. Folks, I'm working on a schedule that would be suitable, doable. I don't know. It's been crazy. It has been crazy. But while we wait for Milburn to join us, I won't play this quick video. I won't play the quick video for all of us. You know, let me see here. I won't play the quick video for all of us. I think it's few minutes. I just want us to listen as we share the show. I want us to listen to some of the younger ones who are just coming to the Liberian politics, or you just coming, you knew. I want for you to listen to this. Some of you have heard this before. We played this before here. We played this before. But while we are listening to this, I want you to please share the show. We played this before. Quickly, I want you to share the show. Let me see. I want you to listen to this, please. Please listen to this. Please listen very keenly.
There's this mystery still surrounding the whole story about Plymouth in Massachusetts. What can you tell us?
Wait for my book. Can we have a sneak preview? Wait for my book. I tell you, I was not held in the United States for any crime. Extradition, the only thing that has to be determined.
Folks, welcome to Milburn. I want you to listen to this very keenly and carefully. I want you to listen very, very carefully to this. This is one of Liberia's most famous, likable president. Please, I want you to listen to, even if you've listened to it before, I want you to take your own time and listen to this. Please, I'm begging you. While we're doing that, let's share the show. Listen to this carefully.
In the case of extradition, two questions. One, is there a treaty? If yes, two, if that person is returned to his country, would his rights be observed? Those are the only two questions. I do not think the United States was comfortable with me returning to Liberia. And I was held in a maximum security setup. And I was not a soldier. I've never been a soldier in my life. And a lot of people helped me to get out. But the full story will come out in my book.
Mr. President, would you like to visit the U.S. again?
I would like to. I think for a Liberian, unless you have it rightly made with the United States, unless they understand you and you understand them, I think there will always be problems and Liberia would not develop. So as a former president and one who in the future will have a role in Liberia, it is important for me to go. I respect the United States. It's the world's only superpower. So I think being quote unquote in good books with them, I think is good for not just for me, but for Liberia.
Do you think that the international media has misunderstood you?
And that's one thing about the foreign media, which they do a whole lot. The foreign media have this concept. They will support their host government during crisis. Most maybe other little countries, they say, oh, you must be new. There's no neutrality in journalism in these big countries when it comes to their national security. Forget about neutrality. So it's all about patriotism. So for me, I understand it. They are controlled by interests. I hope and pray that sometimes you are lucky you find one journalist that says, okay, great. I don't like Mr. Taylor, but wait a minute. There are some questions that must be answered. Okay, you said Mr. Taylor is guilty of this. Well, bring some evidence to us. This, I think you are lucky sometimes, but I'm not surprised and I don't feel bad because I think they work on interest.
Do you miss home?
Yes, I do.
How much do you miss home?
Well, I had developed a very big farm because one of the things that I praise God for is that I had decided that I would make no money during the presidency of Liberia, but after the presidency, I will move on my farm. And this was a smart thing that I did. This is why I've never opened a bank account anywhere. And when you hear me boasting, I am damn certain I have no bank accounts anywhere. I wanted to leave office with a record of having served my people. Yes, I'm guilty of patronage. I helped our people. It is an African tradition. I helped a lot of people, but I did not squander the wealth of my people for my personal use. It would never be found. And I miss going on my farm. I had developed a 3,500 acre coffee farm that is yielding coffee now. I love going fishing. I had a little boat where I could go on the river and fish. And I wanted to really do what I think former President Jimmy Carter did. I think Carter has accomplished more outside of the presidency than he was president. And so I miss, meeting the boys in the evening. Even as president, I used to go up to my home village and play cards with the boys, the men of the town. I miss that. My children cannot travel to see me. So they have restrictions, which I think is a violation of their rights. Some of them are stuck in places where they cannot move because they need permission, and so it's a lot of problems. But I don't miss it. Yes, but one good thing has happened to me since I have been here in Nigeria and in Calabar in particular. God is so wonderful. President Obasanjo could not have sent me to a better state or a better person. The governor of this state tell you something. There's one thing: a former president comes and he's okay, and you say, Mr. President, thank you, welcome to Calabar, and you're gone. But this is not the case with him. I mean, it's like he's God and he has understood the emotions.
It's okay. It's okay.
So,
you may have
only getting me.
What would it be?
Yeah, there's still on.
Well,
Steve?
I would not know if it's wrong, but one thing that I was not able to accomplish that I wanted to accomplish was after the war, the Liberian people elected me. In fact, the Liberian people elected me to unite the country. I was not able to get some of the other factional leaders to return to Liberia. I was not able to get one or two of the political leaders to return. And I think they helped to provoke the situation. I was able to do a whole lot. Strangely, the LPC, these were all warring factions, and all of the other warring factions, I was able to bring them into government. In fact, most of the combatants that fought for the government during the war were the combatants of the warring factions that fought against me. So I accomplished bringing them together. I accomplished making sure that the issue of tribalism went away in Liberia. But I mean, to a great extent, I think most Liberians now, if you went to Liberia and took a poll, they would say Mr. Taylor did his best.
Any other regrets?
The second regret is that I was never able to get the United States to understand me. I was never able to get them to work with me, which is so essential for Liberia. No president of Liberia, no president can make it successfully unless he is online with Washington. Now, I'm not the type of guy that you can pick up a telephone and command. I don't take that. I didn't take that from Washington. Then, even if I were elected president, I would not take it. I'm not that kind. I'm not a coward. But I do believe that a good working relationship is essential for any president of Liberia, or that president will fail.
Would you like to run for president again?
No, I tell you, for me now, I'll go back to what I said. I would like to be the Jimmy Carter of Liberia. I would like to set up my foundation in Liberia. There are 3 groups I'm interested in Liberia. The wounded soldiers of the war. I'm very much interested in the wounded soldiers. I think they are going to be a long-term problem for Liberia, the wounded soldiers. The second group that I'm interested in Liberia are the orphans. I was supporting orphanages. One of the great.
Okay, tomorrow we'll play it again. Neil Bonsari, I know you want to say something, but go ahead. Welcome to the show. How are you, man?
Yeah, no, in fact, I mean to thank you, Steve. Nothing much. I was like, because certain time the video or the start our playing pause, and we're not getting you, or in fact, we're not getting anything. So that's why I was like calling you.
Yeah, because former President Taylor took a pause and he decided to cry. He was very emotional at that time. So even tough guarding can be emotional.
No, Steve.
No, tough guarding can be emotional. Let me be honest,
Yeah. So, Steve, I want you, before we go to all of the things you said or you've been saying, tell us, maybe tell us what was your age, or where were you, at that time?
Okay, first of all, let me say something to you clearly. I'm not throwing numbers. I know some of you were little boys in those days. When child told them what you were beginning, you don't know there's something newborn. That's okay. I'm not throwing age. You might begin, we'll move on. But let me get to it.
So we will be there, Steve, because the reason is that, let me be firm about what you play today. There are a lot of people even texting me. People start to cry. People start to know, or in fact, understand where will Liberia, or in fact, how, in fact, all of these situations everything went through. So asking about Sawedo.
So every time I listen to that video, whether you like former President Charles Taylor or not, let me say it to everybody, whether you like former President Charles Taylor or not. Former President Charles Taylor was innovative, very calculated, smart. He could see the future. He could. I've never been a fan of any rebel or anybody who killed people, whether you do it by supporting rebel groups or you do it by how Joseph Human Boakai and George Weah then doing by just stepping on the rights of people and stealing, which can lead to killings of people. But I think Charles Taylor was very smart. He was a visionary. And this is when he was in exile. Now, I'm not saying those of you who support Charles Taylor because during Charles Taylor time, you could get your own court, you were connected with him, because that's a mindset in Liberia where everybody got to, you got to be connected with somebody and be leeching on somebody to steal or whatever it is. That's why some of you like him. I'm not talking about that. I like the fact that he was smart, innovative. I think he was intelligent. He understood some things. He was maybe ahead of most most Liberians in thinking. The level of ingenuity was too high. He said something at the very end here that most people did not grasp.
Yeah. So I have two questions.
Wait, yeah, you have your question.
I will ask you some of the questions, especially when it comes to, because for me, I live here and I experience some of the attributes of the former president, Charles Gangetiro. So for me, I will ask the questions.
So let me finish my thought now.
Some of these things are documentaries and the way you go, but I hope you will allow me to ask you questions.
Yes, I will, but let me finish the thought now. President Chastity said something that most people didn't grasp, they didn't pick up. He said the wounded soldiers will be a long-term problem for Liberia. Today, what you term as Zogo, the whole drug issue is part of this whole thing. But Melbourne, what else can we say? I know the show will be power-packed today. We have a lot of things to do.
Yes. So
we have a lot of things to discuss. Let me turn it back over to you. What's going on?
Yeah, so Melbourne, first of all, what's up, man? What's going on? By the way, Melbourne.
Yes.
You can hear me?
Yes, I'm getting you loud and clear. I don't know about you.
All right. So let's pray today that today will be a good day, especially for people to come through. But either way, I got you.
Really? You got me on Sunday. You see? Yeah, you see? No. In fact, I will be broke.
That's why they say you gotta disown Steve, on a partnership.
No, in fact, even on the media,
you gotta be
so I can't say publicly because still my brother do. No,
but the good thing, the bad thing about it though, Steve can come to my house right now and tell me say, what I do? Put me on to money. You say, if you take a member right now, maybe we. You're not sure the money. The government can carry them.
No, amen. Then that may still want to become like Chaga get it up. Steve, you see now, then where we go now, that may I'll be asking Steve, somebody have questions. Because if you telling people that I will be able to chat it up, then I mean if you are also be able to chat it up, because you want to cut off everything.
Yeah, so Steve, I listened to the video. A few things, got my attention. First, when he said he never had a bank account, that he's not going to squander. He used the word squander.
Yeah.
The Liberian people resources. That he doesn't want this. There will be no trace. There will be no trace of any bank account anywhere around the world. They won't ask you where were you and how, who you were and stuff like that. I'm not sure if it was actually meant to know your age. He wanted to know what happened and what was your mental state and how you processed the whole thing at the time when they were happening. I was lucky enough to know a lot. As a matter of fact, Steve, I think I've told you before, throughout Taylor's presidency, I was in Liberia. And I work in government, not in any lucrative position, so you can say that all I have finished in our money. I was just a security man. I was just a security man.
So you have bank account?
Yeah, no, me, I don't even know why I'm bank account. But man, I don't got bank account, you ain't got a job. The small money that comes in there, you can be rushing for you to come. Yeah, you can be praying so that thing can't quit. So, what I'm trying to say is that at Wellflower, talking of Congo time, Wellflower, Charles Taylor's area there, we used to call Wellflower. I had the privilege to see him many times, countless number of times, because of, one or two things I was privileged to. I will be the last person to praise Charles Taylor, especially when it comes to the mayhem, the level of mayhem and carnage that he brought on the Liberian people. He was not alone. He was not the only person, but he was the leader. He orchestrated, he started everything. He introduced Liberia to rebel activities, even though that gave birth to a lot of different warring factions, trouble group, and county grouping, wherein people kill each other. But if we're going to limit our conversation to this video, you were very right. Chancellor was very smart. He is very smart, very intelligent, very eloquent than any other president in recent days when it comes to Liberia. He said another thing, that no president of Liberia will be successful, or Liberia will not be successful under any president that is not in good book of the United States. Despite he has his ugly past with the United States, he was in jail. He was let out, or he escaped from jail. And he led a rebellion to Liberia. But he was very emphatic, he was very clear and honest that if you want to be successful, you want your country to be successful, you got to be in good book with the United States. We saw George Weah a couple of times. I was privileged to witness some members of George Weah government going to China. I was also privileged to even follow and get some recording of some of their meeting in Russia. And they didn't know that everything they were doing, they were also followed by the United States. No country in the world that contributes immensely to Liberia more than the United States, even up to this date. So Chancellor was 100% right.
Mm-hmm.
And now I'm seeing Joseph Boakai following this same trend.
Yes.
Somehow forming new alliance with Russia and China. Russia and China. Recently, when they went to Indonesia, the next place they went was China. When it comes to America interest, America does not play with their interest. If you are an ally or close ally to the United States, but you have another alliance or some other relationship with other world power, China not going to give Liberia anything that you can't get from the United States. In fact, China can only take away from you. But of recent, when I saw no channel having a broadcast separate edition now on the Liberian broadcasting system, where they speak Chinese. And now they have introduced teaching Chinese language in Liberia. Some people may think it's okay to learn new language or languages, but what is behind it? What is the geopolitical interest? And what are some of the ramifications of Liberia trying to form alliance with China at the detriment of creating problem with the United States? They may not tell you, but they will add. They may not tell you, but they will add. Trust me. So Chancellor was right. If Joseph Boakai is serious and he wants to be taken seriously, he should revisit his decision and focus on all the promises that he promised the United States. He promised good governance. He promised declaring assets for all government officials. He promised fighting corruption. He promised war and economic code. He has somehow reneged on everything he promised the United States, thinking that he's playing with them, thinking that he's smarter than them. But they are taking note, and they will add. So the video is very good. It's very, 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 very good. But you know, in as much as I didn't like Chancellor for his role in Liberia, but it's a proven fact that Chancellor is one of the smartest Liberians to ever exist. I didn't say the only, I say one of, because some of you don't understand English. So you can say Chancellor the only smartest person, I say one of smartest person, smarter Liberian to ever exist.
What?
Chancellor, to be one of the smartest person, smartest Liberian to ever exist.
Oh no, I agree with you 100% on that.
So yes, in the 100%, Steve second. So to just allow to you, Sekou, that alone speak volume, because mind you, though, most of our government officials, the presidents, or in fact, let me say the past and now the current president, all of their family members always live in the US. We don't see them living in China or maybe outside or maybe of US. So that doesn't speak volume. And I think this is a very brilliant topic. And we got to look at this today, because this alone speaks volume that Liberia as a country, where are we heading? Yeah, go ahead, Steve. Sorry.
Well, Milburn, let's hear from you quickly. Let's hear from you quickly about what's going on in the country. The reason why we played that video and we decided to talk about it, because even the UN General Assembly that Liberia is rushing to get permanent seat on is in the United States. Most of the financings and the fundings come from the United States. In one voice, Joseph Boakai and United Party want to play the United States and go to Japan and China and other places, great. But then in the other same voice, they want to come back to the United States and act like they're partners and they won't get permanent seat on the UN General Assembly. You can't have it both ways. Now, the same way in one voice, you want disrespect former President George Weah. You want disgrace him and dishonor him. But then in the same voice, you want for him to support your effort when it suits you. But nobody's stupid here. We will put all of those things into context today and talk about them. You are either good or you are not good. You can't be half good. So, Milburn, update us quickly what's going on in the country.
Let's just set the record straight. You're talking about non-permanent seat.
Non-permanent seat, yes.
Yes, it's not permanent permanent seat.
Before they
That
can
means
carry
that
it,
seat.
because
Yeah.
we have 5
Mm.
permanent
Thank you.
members of the United Nations that have veto power: the United States, Russia,
No.
China, Great Britain, and France. So
Good.
we want to make sure we SKTV set the record straight before somebody can say, "Oh, hey, SKTV say, Labra, we're going for."
Yes.
See that?
Not permanent. Not
Yeah.
permanent. That means, in fact, it's a 1 year stuff. So that means also add to you, say good. So indeed, thank you so much, Steve, Seku, and even everything that people said today. I'm really feeling, in fact, taking over the entire show. I've been receiving a couple of messages and so forth. But again, to be frank, Liberia, we're good and everything is going well. Apart from the rainfall, mind you, though, the rain started falling since 5 o'clock this morning, and there are a lot of flooding everywhere. People are calling back to back, calling on the government. Mind you, though, the government always go 3%, and the people keep calling on the government for rescue and so forth. But again, we got to move. That's the kind of life that we live. So again, there are a lot of flooding back to back. And yes, like you say, my brother, nothing much going on apart from the former president letter that in fact he sent out to the current in fact government that in fact informing them that he did acknowledge their letter, but again he outlined so many things that he talk about. Maybe if these things are not being taken into consideration, some of these things may lead to Liberia losing the not permanent seat into the UNSG. I don't know what. So again, but apart from that, the Ministry of Information, headed by the Liberian government, by President Joseph Boakai, through their own deputy minister on yesterday, lambasta, or somebody said he was too combative. In fact, he said a lot of things. In fact, insulting even the former president and so forth. Were out, remorse and so forth. But Liberians are saying that he was wrong. That was so bad on his part as a young person, coming up, especially, contributing to Liberia growth and development, insulting past leaders that was not really right, or that was not good. So apart from that, my brother, we're good. Everything is okay from our end. And let me say thank you to all of you. We move. Yes, that's the content we have.
Before Steve comes in, let me just say something. First of all, today is Friday. Mong is not here. Our debit tax month today. Those who support us, we will need your support. Every Friday, whatever you can support us with, do it. And we appreciate it. So Steve and Mabel, it will interest you that Joseph Boakai is taking the presidency to the lowest level in our history. It was reported that Joseph Boakai was in Canada. Did you care to know why Canada instead of the United States? Joseph Boakai, I think the Liberian Association in Arizona here, or maybe the Hatai brother who need to invite Joseph Boakai. Joseph Boakai traveling to Canada, just as he's been traveling to the United States. Even Australian mayor never went to receive him in Canada. Not Australian mayor. They came just walking, they're regular people, not even like a president. I don't know why they why not even like a president, just a regular person.
But I drove one now.
Not like a regular person, not a president. Imagine your president leaving your country, going to another country.
Yeah.
He was not even received by Australian mayor.
Nope.
Even police officer. The other Boakai just went in there by the invite of some Unity Party people.
Yeah.
Using the country resources to go see United Party people in Canada. Let me get, and guess what happened? Ellen Johnson Sirleaf, who is former president, is in Canada today. And Ellen Johnson Sirleaf was received by leaders of that country.
Yes.
Former president. And they're having an event in Canada where they are poised to raise millions of dollars for Ellen Johnson Sirleaf is in Canada. The man who is the same president, just as he did the last time we went to Georgia, he came to the United States, never met any official of the United States government, nobody in the Treasury Department, nobody in the State Department, nobody in the White House, nobody in Congress, nowhere, using $2 million of the Liberian dollar to come in the country for fun, to come meet with some Unity Party people in Atlanta and Joseph Boakai supporters. Where is the presidency? If you know somebody in Canada, call them. I was called last night, or almost late this morning, early this morning. And we found out that Joseph Boakai never had any, he was not even recognized as president. Imagine your president flying from your country, coming to another country, cross the Atlantic Ocean, come to North America. He was not even received by a police officer, no city mayor, no leader in the country. That is to say, Liberia, we deserve what we are getting. You know, elections are over and we have to get over whatever happened during the election, but we have to also equally live with the consequences of the election. The Liberia presidency is being degraded. The bars is at the lowest level. I think after they won now, even Zogo then can be president of Liberia. Zogo then can run for the presidency. Because we expect nothing out of the president. We said this thing over and over and over. That it's not that we have any personal problem with Joseph Boakai. It's not that we have any personal problem with the Unity Party. But we were very clear, we're very emphatic that Joseph Boakai has nothing, absolutely nothing to offer to Liberia. But they took it personal. They were all carried away by high-level tribalism and sectionalism and partisan politics. Here we are. We have a country. We don't have a leader. I saw, just to close on this particular one, I saw a post from Darius Dillon, the senator for Montreal County, that he's going to the United Nations General Assembly. For what? What is his role? What is he going to do there? What is the purpose of his traveling? Why in fact coming, following the president? Why you didn't come, see him playing with the president? You go to Canada to, you go make and talk to your partisan, your political party people there. So Liberia now has turned to a joke. Nobody taking us seriously, and we are not taking ourselves seriously. So now all community organizations there now in America, you bring your list then. Any program you're having, you invite Joseph Boakai. He will fly from abroad to come there. Even our Hatai group here will come and invite him. So your corner group there, you don't need anything. All you need to do is just an invitation. So when they're coming to America business, they're going to get paid down, they're going to get anything they want to get, they will come.
So
Steve,
when you finish, I want to make a comment on this.
After the leadership team, what we're coming to do for the entire group, we're going to play our inauguration. We're going to invite Joseph Boakai.
Yeah, I think that tomorrow we're doing we electing the leadership, right?
Yeah. So after that one.
Yeah, we invite.
So you have your nursing group there in Philadelphia there. You're having your program, you invite Joseph Boakai, will come. Because
yeah.
The time you're putting, the time you're spending in the plane, that exercise for him. And he can sleep enough. Yeah, you know, when you're flying from Africa, you can spend 10 hours sometimes without even, doing anything.
Well, Mr. Kane, let me say something about the whole thing before we get into another conversation. You know, like you said, it's frustrating, it's embarrassing, it's disgraceful, it's shameful. And the reason I'm saying this, I'm using all these adjectives to describe this, is because, like you said, former President Ellen Johnson Sirleaf is not a president anymore. Yeah. But she is received, respected, and revered by world leaders. That's my first time in my lifetime to see a sitting president goes to another country and he goes like he's going behind a horse, like a joking thing. You enter Canada like you're normal, you're a common person.
Even Mayor could not go there to get him.
Look, let me say this, Liberians. The reason why people, even investors, will not take Liberia seriously is because of these kind of things. Yeah. The president then said that now that let me tell you something. Joseph Boakai is the face of all of us around the world.
Yeah.
Joseph Boakai represents all Liberians. So if Joseph Boakai is a joker, all Liberians are jokers.
Yeah, all.
And the image Joseph Boakai is presenting to the world is an unserious image. It is, folks. It is. Why sneak in Labrador? Why sneak into Canada like drug dealer or someone like liar or someone like crook? Why may I say the Lord of that? What is the purpose?
Because all they can do, not what all they can do, you just put a man in some Ome Jukuju, be trusted to go fly and put Kengo on him. And then you say, Papa, you're looking good. The money coming.
I mean, it's troubling, Mr. Kane.
Steve, we have 2 minutes to go for the news bulletin. I don't know, maybe you and Mr. Kane will continue with the.
We're going to be here.
Yes.
Well, somebody just sent me the budget breakdown from.
But whatever you're going to miss, we'll not go back to you. Whatever you're
look, let me tell you, I've been receiving a lot of messages. Let me be frank. I've been reading out, even though some of them, if I saw the messages, some of when you are, I don't know, you can always use some of the word. People are glued to their slavery life. They will always want to do anything or say anything, but actually to admit, people are reacting to everything that you've been saying. They're sending me a lot of messages. So, so maybe after
that, we love them. Let them keep listening.
Okay, good.
Yeah, we'll give them more information.
So to all of you who want to follow is SKTV LRB, please search on Facebook. SKTV
or YouTube. SKTV. Anywhere. You can
wonderful.
Follow.
YouTube. SK is SK.
So just before you go, two things. The first thing is from the Inquirer newspaper, there's another indictment for Stanton Witherspoon for leaking or breaching NSA information. So the Liberian government has indicted him. in Liberia.
Who?
Confessed criminal Stanton Witherspoon that's also indicted in the United States.
Which government? Joe Baga government?
Is a brother for
Joe Baga will pay me money for it.
no, you're waiting now.
But man, you know, the Joe Baga only made pay roll for years.
No, but gentlemen, I understand that.
That's still the government here. They don't want to make an appointment. Anybody who try that thing, they come and fire that person.
So, but the problem is in the public sphere.
To Witherspoon, that person will be fired.
No, but indicted the man already, and they're saying indicted the man.
Indicted the man.
The Liberian government.
That person can be fired.
Okay.
They're still on the government here. And that one said, I will support him. They don't want to get the government. They who to work in the government. Nobody can try the man that he.
Well, I will refer to him going forward, Mr. Indictment. So, Mr. Indictment, get another indictment again. Yeah, so Mr. you understand? It's a little sticky. But another thing I want to say before the man leaves us is the budget, Mr. Kane. Can you imagine?
Yeah.
Can you imagine the budget? Trumpet Africa is reporting that they gave a breakdown that for the Liberian government, they already spent 15 million. They already spent 15 million. But you even know what's interesting? You know what? You see, God so God can sleep. They've been making noise beyond CPP and Alexander Cummings that they are 1% people. Mr. Kane, in less than 8 to 9 months, the whole government turned to 3%.
How? How? Maybe you can take a leave anytime and come back, okay?
Maybe. Mr. Kane, the people at 3%, I will speak. 3%. So 3% minus 1 or 2%. So the one who's looking at it now, they will be having 2%. No.
All right.
This is a joke.
Let me say something to you.
This is a joke.
You know, when the president leaving the country, the Minister of State for Presidential Affairs, who is also the Chief of Staff of the President, he stays as the head of government while the president is away. You know, there were some fight that some people didn't want Sylvester Grisby to be in charge of the government while Joseph Boakai comes to the United Nations General Assembly. So people that fought for Sylvester Grisby, you know, they don't tell you, say they don't want to get the key to the executive management, they didn't allow. It was DeLon that said no, it has to be Grisby. I don't know whether you saw the picture with DeLon and Grisby. Okay, so the reason for that picture was just for showmanship. DeLon trying to prove that they own the government. Other people, they want Grisby and Mamaka ability to be fired. So they wanted somebody else to be in charge of the government. In fact, they were saying that the vice president should be in charge, but traditionally for Liberia, whenever the president travels, the Minister of State becomes the head of the government, the head of cabinet, when the president comes back. You know, Steve, Liberia, we are not heading anywhere anytime soon. we decided to elect a group of people that, hold on 1 second. Hold on 1 second, 1 second, 1 second, 1 second, 1 second. Just a second. Take over. Let me answer this call. Just a second.
Okay, well, I see people, y'all will not make Joseph Boakai to be any better. Joseph Boakai is not a presidential material. He will never be a presidential material. He's been a joke in his own life. He will be a joke as a president. And that's just what it is. If you don't like it, if you feel it's being disrespectful, that's fine. It's not an issue for me. Honestly speaking, I have no issue with it. We are seeing people with proven records who are not jokers. They're serious. You refuse to go to them. You go take Joseph. Let me tell you what Joseph Boakai is on a safari with his wife. All the promises he made to his wife when they were younger, that he was going to do this, do that, and never have money to do it. That the Labranco money Joseph Boakai using to travel all around the world. He on a safari. And I don't blame Joseph Boakai. I blame you. Y'all will say that why they will turn your electricity off. No water, no medication in your hospital, no food, nothing. Joseph Boakai and Kantuma will go from country to country chilling, enjoying, and they will go sleep in Google Hotel and make life. That's how y'all will be worried about. I'll put it on safari with this. No, in fact, I support Joseph Boakai. Even if they're having trip in hell, you're go there, you're going to enjoy yourself. Don't move and vote for you. What else will be worried about? Don't joke then I ain't let a light that go vote for you. What is you'll be worried about? You owe them no explanation. Travel as you wish, my papi. In fact, when you move from there, carry Katumu Dubai. You go Dubai here, carry her Dubai. I beg you, that you will be saying that one place. Don't say that nowhere. Don't say that. That free money. Then you get me partner every day. Then I beg you, yeah. You are not responsible in your own life, anyways. You are not disciplined financially. That's why you are living on loan. Then people can give you free money where you can just spend and use, and they won't put restriction on you. You're crazy. They also put restriction on the papi. You're ready yet. Your excuse the papi. In fact, you get my boy. Even if they put 1 million on Joseph Boakai credit card, I agree with it. Why they need 400,000? Let them put 2 million, 3 million on his credit card. What do you get him for? All of your supporters, all of your desire to bring them in, and what do you get for? Joseph Boakai must enjoy life. The life that Joseph Boakai never lived when he was young. The money he never spent. The hotels he never slept in. That Joseph Boakai is joking. That Joseph Boakai is joking with you. The papa is joking with you. He go in places like Canada there, China and anyone. And Joseph Boakai joking with you. He go to real luxury. Look, let Joseph Boakai go to places like Singapore there. Let him go to. I talk about very good, decent places where you can be eating in a sky. Like playing a cartoon, you need to go. You can sit there, you can mean no. Oh, Papa get 100 million and you get 100 million on your credit card. 100 million is very small. You know what it means to be president? You know what it means to get a bunch of fools to vote for you and call themselves Sanaman Swan? Do you know what it means? Do you know what it means? To get a bunch of grown men and women who knew that man could not do the job, who knew this man was old, who knew he was incompetent, he's not disciplined financially, who knew that he's a corrupt old man, and instead of being president, and you can't complain. You're not ready. You're not complaining. We now want to hear fun from you. We now want to hear nothing from you. Let the papa enjoy. In fact, a part of everything Joseph Boakai do is part of his bucket list. He must accomplish it. I beg you, Joseph Boakai, are you joking? And I mean, I will carry cartoon will be in a sky making love. I don't want to say it, but then I mean, what you will pay the bill for it. You will pay, your children will pay the bill for all the money that we spend. They will pay on it. The credit card, your children will come and pay it. What are you talking? And you will suffer. Some of you don't even see hotel saying you're born, but you're in the ring jumping around. That part of the bucket list. That part of Joseph Boakai bucket list. You're excusing let him accomplish what he wants to accomplish. You're leave this old man let him live life. Can you imagine in your old age you living your best life? You know what I mean? Serve life. Serve life. So leave Joseph Boakai, man. Joseph Boakai coming to Canada, the Liberian Community Association, and I send as old mayor of there. That's not as old mayor of there. For each trip Joseph Boakai takes, since Joseph Boakai became president, he now ever passed to go there to go tell you thank you in the country then. Ain't passing around the Euro, then the rest of the place enjoying himself. You ain't ready yet. You ain't ready yet. You ain't ready yet. That means Joseph Boakai will take Katumu, care, wait in the sky, and people will make love there. Y'all can do nothing. Y'all will pay the bills. What do y'all do? What do y'all do? Y'all can do nothing with Joseph Boakai. I support the papi. That's my recommendation for Joseph Boakai today. I support him.
So another breaking news, but I will hold your breaking news until we return to the radio. So
I say I enjoy my papi soft life. Joseph Boakai is living. You know what I mean, Mr. Kane? For group of people to bounce around in the ring and go celebrate you, and the papi decide carry Katumu everywhere, they chilling, sleeping in cool hotel.
Well, I'm not why. May I carry me? Why anyone want to carry?
Yeah, I'm saying that. I'm giving Joseph Boakai advice now.
I want a problem with him with Joseph Boakai going to any country. Let the people recognize him as a president. So for the benefit of our country, I don't want the country to be degraded to a certain level. I don't want that. I don't like that. But you know, you're gonna share the show. We got some information on the LDEA. What my other phones there? We got some information on the LDEA, and a lot of people in the news again. But and this particular information is from the house's mouth. It's from very, very deep, you know. Yeah, so let's share the show. We'll talk about them. And Liberia is a different country, man.
Mr. Kane, why you are worried about Liberia and really, well, let me tell you something. I am very, very happy to be alive, to see Joseph Boakai living soft life and making sure all his bucket list is accomplished. I am happy, I'm thrilled, and the Liberian people will pay the bills. Your children then will come and pay the bills. And guess what? Let me tell you, guess what? When the Papa leave for what again, you know where the Papa going? You know where the Papa going? We got a group here we call the Brotherhood Atai Club. We are going to select our leaders tomorrow. Right after we select them, during the inauguration, we are inviting him to come to Arizona.
So tell Entry Jallo, the organization that the women for, I don't know, they call it women for something in Belgium there, when they're doing the inauguration, let them invite Joseph Boakai.
Yes, so you can be the keynote speaker because the Babylon got nowhere to do, he not got nothing doing. He just on walkabout spree. He passing around, just chilling. So guess what? Anything to happen there, we're inviting. Anything will happen in the corner, even in the basement, we're inviting there. He can come there.
When you see the man, you get to the basement, you're watching the men playing pool right there. Yeah, Joseph Boakai. Yeah, man. Why are you using our president as a play toy, man? Yeah, so if you are in Sweden, Entry, you buy in Belgium. You and Mr. Dishio, you're going to have something there. You're in Kuyoko, our president, will come. I said to take advantage of that to go there. You organize just anything, you organize, the president will come. Look at the men going all the way to Canada for fun. The men working in the airport, just as someone an ordinary person. Not even ordinary person, a regular person. They diminishing the presidency, taking out to the lowest level of all time. You know, you share the show. You share the show. Today, you know, our country, Monty will come in when we're talking about the United Nations General Assembly. I'm thinking, if Joseph Boakai will take advantage of being here and clarify what is the update about the War and Economic Crimes Code. Joseph Boakai you should take advantage of being here and talk about what he went to do in Guinea-Bissau, meeting with the drug dealers, the drug cartels, the ones from Colombia, from El Salvador and Brazil, the people that he met in Guinea-Bissau. Let Joseph Boakai take advantage of his presence here to tell us when he came to Texas the last time. They say he met a lot of investors there, where they spent millions of dollars, $2 million United States dollars. We want to get update on that. We want Joseph Boakai to take advantage of the fact that the last time he came to Georgia, he said he was going to negotiate with Delta. Delta was going to be going to Liberia, straight from Atlanta to Liberia, from New York City to Liberia. We want to get update on that. We want to get update on Joseph Boakai meeting with the Kosovo president. The promises, because somebody called us on the show and said, the way I see the thing here, the way I see the meeting, something will come out of it. Joseph Boakai will leave with something. The Kosovo president. I don't know what we have gotten. I also want to take this opportunity to speak to Dillon directly, the senator of Montreal County, who looked at the camera and said there were 7 MOU designed in South Korea. That in 2 weeks, the investors are going to be trooping into the country. Dillon, instead of you shamelessly posting to tell the Liberian people, say, I can't go to United Nations General Assembly. Tell us what happened to the other assembly you went to in South Korea. You lied to the Liberian people. Joseph Boakai came and said, me by just there. All the things that happened, the whole meeting here, it was just about the first meeting. All the things that happened, I don't know about it. Only time we got to know something, after the meeting, we talked to some people there outside. Joseph Boakai was, in fact, he was frank. He was honest. Said that they went to South Korea for nothing. They were just there as spectators. But you, Dillon, went and lied and said that Liberia government signed MOU 7. No return on our investment. Now, those of you who are supporters of Joseph Boakai, I don't want you to take things personal. I want you to put on your your heart of patriotism, your heart of decency, your heart for being there for country, at least for once. Just one time, just today. Do you really care about what is going on with the people that you elected to lead our country? Do you really care? You know, Steve, I don't know what maybe it's already 15 minutes, but now we're 20 minutes. And I told them, say, when you know something will come back, we're not going to go back to repeat everything we're talking about. But again, so if you are a Liberian, you've seen the presidency being reduced to community leadership. Liberian president will come to Liberia only to see Liberian community organization in Atlanta, Georgia. There you go. Liberian president go to Canada only to see United Party people there.
But you know what's really interesting?
No.
You know what's really interesting? The Unity Party put are in Liberia. The president never drove to them to visit them one day in the counties. But the president,
because they are nobody.
Because the president flew.
The president will not get no money. Let me tell you something. The president will not get no pardon for traveling, for spending, because every day they spend outside of the country, he makes money. But going to the one there in Liberia, he will not make that money. They will ask him to give them money.
But what I'm saying,
yeah, so the one in Liberia, they're not important to him.
But the one in a year said, the one in a year, even the one in a year between me and you. Let we toss the one in a year. Those Liberians, most of them who import every day because somebody stole 1,000 from the coffer. They don't even get good 2,000 in their own account. That they want
No, but they ain't going to give you money, but they're going to ask for money. They can ask for a job. They can ask for job. So, Steve, the Liberia president will be traveling. You know, when I think of President Taylor to President Salif, and then to George Weah. Honestly speaking, I thought George Weah was going to be the unserious person of all of them, because I know George Weah left fun. George Weah spent time singing music, producing songs, playing soccer even on the street. But I could never imagine that Joseph Nima Boakai, of all persons, will go to be taking Liberian people money, 2 million, 5 million, 3 million, just to go and play.
You won't see nothing here. They probably enjoying his life and I bucket lazy on that years will be wherever.
So Mabel, while you were away, we received intel from a very, very credible sources that confirming what we said the other time, that it was, somebody said no sound. Are you kidding me? Can you people hear me? Are you hearing us? Now I'm talking about the audience. Please say something if you can hear. Maybe you can hear us, right?
Yes, indeed, I'm getting you loud and clear. For matter of fact, you are in fact live on the radio, and you're also loud and clear. So I don't know, but maybe.
All right. Dorothy, yes. Yeah. Somebody said no sound. All right, let me go back to this. I told you to share the show. That will get information to share with you. A few days ago, we lay out the drug thing in Liberia. We told you all that Joseph Nima Boakai was part of the drugs dealing. We told you all Joseph Boakai went to Guinea-Bissau. Abi Kurma, Fadiga, they all went there. We told you all Joseph Boakai, it will be tough for him to leave one of them and let one of them go and keep one of them. And we also challenge that something will happen if Joseph Boakai decided to let all of them go. We also inform you here that while Joseph Boakai was on his way from South Korea, that Dillon told him to fire Abi Kurma and to fire all of them, all the three people. We told you that. Remember, you remember that? Okay. So today, unless something changed after Joseph Boakai returned. Joseph Boakai had finally decided to fire A.B. Kroma, I don't know, another guy named Pou, and Fadiga, all of them. No more suspension. They're going to be fired, all three of them. And the reason Dillon, Nyombli, they said the people got to go. Mainly Dillon. In fact, there's a guy here in America, we're not calling him, they're going to be appointed to head the LDEA. You know, one of the person that was holding for the president not to fire A.B. Kromane, Sylvester Grisby was one of them. I told you, Dillon, they have had a conversation today. That was also a part of the conversation. Dillon trying to prove or make a case against firing of, for firing or to justify the firing of A.B. Kroma and other people. You know, SKTV is once again vindicated. Those people, whether you're from ACO or you're from any of those so-called United Party Alliance political parties, you're not seeing nothing here. You're not seeing nothing here. But the guy who they have talked to, that they say they want to appoint him to make him the boss man for the LDA for Nimba, I was told not to announce his name today, but maybe we'll do it tomorrow. And we'll give more information about it. But something else is happening, Steve. You're about to learn a lot about what's going on as to who is bringing drugs in the country. I can guarantee you.
but before Mr. Kano, before you even go any further, you remember we said it would be detrimental if the Fadiga brother, one of them were fired or whatever it is. And let me say this. This is a mess. And it will get messy. It will. And guess what? As it gets messy, before it even get messy, we'll tell you exactly what kind of mess then you'll be in. But hey, it is what it is. That Joseph Boakai, you want that, your leader, that Boakai we want, your leader, that Boakai we want. I will pay.
It look like the show is getting hot. The Zodi people don't want to live, they don't want to be left behind. Sekou Kroma is here. Sekou, are you there? Because I don't see Muna name today. Lola Sekou here.
How are you, Shaq? How's everything?
My man, why are you coming 30 minutes to the show? Because you want to be part of the LGA conversation.
We had a very bad weather this evening, to be honest.
Oh, okay.
Weather very, very ugly. We just got our equipment on.
Yeah, no problem. So, SKTV is informed that Joseph Boakai, the decision that was made through the investigation, Joseph Boakai didn't go by that. They had joint security investigation headed by the Ministry of Justice. They recommended, and I want to talk everything we're talking today. They recommended that both deputies should be fired, that A.B. Kroma should be retained. Boakai had that report 3 months ago. Dillon didn't say no. Dillon and Emily didn't say no. So eventually, Joseph Boakai also, he had to succumb to them. He had to bow down to Dillon. Finally, Ibi Kurma. Steve, we talk about it here. They say they must fire all 3 of them, because that's what Dillon said. In the flight, Dillon said to fire them. When Joseph Boakai got to Liberia, they say, okay, suspend them. Other person, no. Sylvester Great Bidden said, no, if you do it, it will backfire. Wait small, let's see what happened. Or Joseph Boakai took a lot of launch investigation in it. That investigation happened, and they had a report 3 months ago. And the recommendation that Fadiga and the other guy, the other deputy, should be let go. That whatever happened on that video, it was clear that Fadiga and they were the one that really, they were engaged in gross insubordination to their senior officer. So they'll be the one to go. Joseph Boakai was also concerned about what they know, what those guys know. But now Dillon said no, they gotta go. I can tell you this 100%. The decision to fire Ibi Kurma was orchestrated and executed by Dillon. Sylvester Grisby had a problem with it. Dillon called him to talk to him. After all that conversation, Dillon took a picture to send a message to tell the Liberian president they are in control of this government. Imagine the man who is left in control, in charge of the country, of the government. Dillon pushed and say, oh, I got a courtesy visit today by the man in charge. That's to tell you we the one controlling the country. But it's good. It's good for the country because our leaders are our reflections. Whoever we elect, that's who we are, that's who we want. The ideology, the policy, that's what we subscribe to. So, welcome.
Thank you, brother. Thank you very much.
Anything from Ganji that you want to share with us?
Nothing much. I just want to listen, let the people listen as well, because they've been asking too many questions. What's going on with the evening program, the SKTV show? Too many questions. So it's like when you have a program on the radio and people get used to it. So when the program is not forthcoming, then you get a little bit embarrassed. But we hope to be there.
So with that, I think somebody sent out $20. We said today is a Friday. We wouldn't see one person send out $20. So I don't want to make sure. Yeah, somebody sent out $20. Thank you for that to that person. So the Cash App number is not working. So yesterday I gave you another Cash App number. You can use that. That is 623-810-1494. That's the Cash App. But the Zelle number stay okay. The Zelle number still work. So Steve and Maybon, what say you about this development?
Well, I want to come back to something quickly. Those of you who are expecting miracles to happen to the UN General Assembly, I know that's a topic, that's a conversation today, and the revelation that was made on SKTV. Let me just say something to you quick. The way you lie on bed and where you sleep on it. Like Siku said earlier, don't think the American people will do knee-jerk reactions to what the Joseph Yuma Braga government has been doing in terms of foreign policy and bouncing around here, going China. I've seen Eugene Fagon talking foolishness about America. He made a video because he's a beggar. Anywhere he goes, wherever he got the fee that day, got full. He will kind of talk foolishness. Had the Chinese president said, talk about LBS, that LBS will be completed, and Xi Jinping, that his friend, and all kind of foolishness. After he sat in America for years, got education and everything, but we know that he's ungrateful because that's who he is. But that's not the point I'm trying to make. The point I'm trying to make is this. The United Party let government jump around and said they went after George Weah, former President George Weah, and his people, which we told them that if you want to do it, if you want to do something the right way, go through the right means and hold them accountable. Witch hunting is unacceptable. Not only that, when President George Weah will come to the country, they will refuse to give him the airport because they want to sit now. So George Weah is a good person, Loma Bowie is a good person, and the president, he's the former president, and he's a peaceful man. They're trying to, George Weah respond now and say, no, he's not going to do that because he is not a fool. And he listed some of the things that they've done, and they say, oh, he petty. No, he's not petty. Let me tell you what time it is. Let me tell you what's up. And I want to applaud President George Weah for taking the stand that he took in that letter. You know, those people who are ungrateful, those people who are deceptive, they're liars and losers, this is how you treat them. You confront them with reality and facts. President George Weah, don't be part of that foolishness what they own. Don't be part of it. Don't gauge into it. And Liberia going to UN General Assembly where Dillon them because they took it away, they deny him what they call to come to America, that the UN General Assembly thing he's using. Let me say to the Senator Dillon, you can run around, come to UN General Assembly. My friend, you are denied, you will not come to America yet why you to come. Leave that other story. And we told you on SKTV for day one that if you don't behave, you will be the leader on the sanction list. You and your friend Yombly. Go keep the video today. You and Yombly Kanga Lawrence, your level of criminality has reached the attention of some people, and it is very serious. If you think they don't know that you're stealing, watch and see. You're continuing. People will always tell you. So the whole UN General Assembly thing, I am not part of it. Nothing we get from there. It's a waste of our time and resources. And I think we should get serious in that country. And I applaud President George Weah today openly. President George Weah, thank you. Thank you for that letter and for telling them what is truth in that letter. And that if they want for you guys to work together, they need to behave and foster peace in the area. They already won. If you already won, what is the issue? Why are you making plow? Why are you creating drama? So guess what? I applaud President George Weah and the CDC for their stand. And me, I support that. You don't mess around with me. You honor me. Then you come around when you need me. Then you want for me to go and fall in line. Then you say, oh, it's going to be out of the country. Guess what? If Labrador does not get a non-permanent member council seat over there, Labrador will not burn down. Labrador will not burn down. So, but based on the revelation you made, Mr. Kane, before the revelation that was made today on SKTV, let me say this. Joseph Boakai just tied another rope on his neck. Because not only that, some of these things, this information will be leaked. You know, you don't want to mess with the people. It's like the person know where the bodies are buried. People know where the bodies are buried. And other people you won't fool around with.
Yeah.
Other people you won't mess around with and play games with. That in itself tells you that that person is not thinking right. So, hey, to each his own, Joseph Boakai called the shots. I want to say to AB Kroma and the rest of the guys, if you guys are fired, the thing where you know you're talking. I don't want to say it. You're talking the thing where you know, hey, you love the country, you want to save the country. The thing where you want to Guinea-Bissau for, you're talking. You're talking, nothing will happen to you. You will not die. So that's what I wanted to say.
And not only that, though, not only the thing where you want to Guinea-Bissau for, the people, they know the leader there that being taking the money from the drug dealer there. They know the one then that be signing for the drug that are coming to the airport. They know it. It didn't say who will say them. We will call their name. We got most of the information already. But it's confirmed. Unless they change their mind after Joseph Boakai return, unless they see some of the backlash or the way the reaction from the public, and especially the ACO people, the one that said Joseph Boakai that their father, Joseph Boakai that they were happy that Ebi Kroma was appointed, they were dancing. Maybe their reaction could change something, but as it stands right now, it's clear and sealed. Ebi Kroma, Fadiga, and the other deputy, the guy named, I can forget his name, I don't know, Kou or Kou, whatever.
Pauko or whatever his name is.
Yeah, whatever his name is.
But you hear the man inside, you know the man are in funny thing. Bauko.
Yeah, so Kwao, whatever his name is, Edu Kuma and Fadiga, eventually they will go. And there's one Geo guy from Nima County here in America. I didn't want to call it trap, so so they're gonna appoint that guy to be the head of the LDEA. And Joseph Boakai is not gonna pay attention and give support to LDEA the way they promised to do. The 1.9 million that they were in the budget, they switch it. They take 1.5 million from them and make it and remove 400 million because he was told not to. He was told to chill because he's now part of the cartel. So let's open the line in Labrador, Melbourne, if you can, or you want to say something, that's fine. Maybe I'm sorry. Somebody asked the cash app not working. That's true. We announced it yesterday. The cash app is not working. I just pin the new cash app number there, please. You send the cash app to that one. Just 238101494. Yeah, we'll use that for now, and then we'll fix our own.
Thank you. So that means temporarily, your Seko is telling us that use that one. So yeah, because sometimes. But again, let me just move straight to the line and interact with our people. The line will start blinking. I don't know. You want me to go to the line quickly, or you want to say?
Yeah, go to the line. Go to the line. Let you hear from the people. Just don't take anybody for a long time, so we can come in.
Yes, indeed, you are correct. 1 minute. So let's call a good evening. Is it check?
Yeah, that's talking to me.
I know you from Arai present this evening. You see, let me say thanks to the SKTV family. We told people, if you don't listen to what they will say to you, I'm not a supporter of the ANC. And I said it, if my party do not win the election, but if it's a coming will win the election, then Liberia will be on a good path. But to have a Julius Waga who are living a useless life from the day he started serving government, he has no strength anywhere in the world. For us to make president, it will be like we're jumping from the frying pan into the fire, and this is where we find ourselves. Julius Waga is not enjoying our money because all along he hasn't been enjoying himself, but he has taken the time to have pageantry and having $40 million running our country along with him, bringing uncontrollable drugs in our country. Maybe you know how many young people walking in the street now with piece of cloth down on their foot in the name of loading drugs. All right? The other day, drugs were arrested at the airport. They said they don't know who brought that drugs into the country. Another bus load of drugs and who was that? No ANC. So the drugs in our country, Joseph Boakai is fully involved. He is cabinet, the senators, they are there dealing drugs.
All right. Joseph Boakai is fully involved. He is a cabinet. They are into the drug dealing, according to this caller. Keep a call coming 0777 285 961 to this caller. Good evening. Hello. Well, sorry though, I'm not getting too close to this caller. Good evening.
Hello?
Hello, go ahead.
Yeah, Libon, this is Brown Tate.
Good, Chief. Go ahead.
Yeah. Okay, first of all, before I go to the topic, let me say thank to all the graduates that graduated today from the University of Liberia, especially those from the pastor, and then our sister who have a medical degree, Edmond Oye Wallace from Nigeria. That's up to you. I listen to Seko, and you see, you remember before the 2023 elections, and President Weah made a trip to the United States. It is our present president who said Weah was meeting with Bravos. I think Seko then heard that. So I don't know who they will be meeting with in America. So, I always quote from Liberia Palava had to talk. So we the one must say we the electorate will always be victim because we always vote and at the end we'll regret. Then we'll take recourse, and the recourse also retrograde us. So it level us. Thank you so much. Let the people enjoy themselves.
Thank you so much. Let the people enjoy themselves, including the President of the Republic of Liberia, President Jeta Imam Boakai. Today's caller, good evening.
Yeah, good evening.
Emmanuel Sano, the people are enjoying themselves while we are living poverty.
For my dad, I've been told to the UN, why the UN former president, he has realized that George Mano, we would be quote unquote speaking. For my news, we are actually there of going there to speak on behalf because of what they call it, what you do. Sure, support for you, to be leader. They recognize, they respect the Constitution and not the acting of the country itself because they're because they had how you have never told football to reach hello and from my son. So you speak to him, having to want you to go speak on like your president. We are able to show about my support to you by obedience. So we are don't
Thank you so much, President. We are done head to the letter that been requested by the current government. That means if you go, my support will be stopped according to this caller. Go give it to this caller. Yeah, man, but go ahead. Just listen to some of your brothers and sisters. Go ahead.
Let me say good evening to Excellency President Boakai on the SKTV show. Let me appreciate all of you for the discussion. So let me say hi to those who graduated from the Premier University of Liberia. I know Liberia, I think democracy is flourishing in Liberia under Joe Boakai for the fact that UNGA expressed herself. They know
this is not the first time, my young man. Hello, my young man. This is not the first time. There is second time. So they want to say what you want to say, so we move forward. Don't bring all stories.
I'm going to the issues.
Yeah.
I mean, like I said, if your panelists can see that the law have been influenced, I mean, the president have been influenced by the law when it comes to Baoko, even Nkrumah and others, I think it is our opinion. But for me, it is due justice to the show by bringing fast and evidence to success directly against the president. The advanced country, I know they know more than I do, but if we accuse a president or an individual when it comes to the president decision, we have not been made clear with speculation. I think it's frustrating for the country. No, we will not censure anybody for that opinion or that decision in the country. But I think when it comes to the issue, you must come to fast, you must come with facts and evidence, not to boil down into trivial issue and that inside dragging the president how he enjoy. Every president will enjoy.
Thank you so much. So they say by their fruit, according to the Bible, I don't know whether you're Christian or not, but about by their fruit we shall know them. Pascal Davis, good evening.
Thank you. This is the sadness and the worst.
By their fruit. Pascal, are we going to know you by your fruit?
This is the president who has broken all of the laws in the country. This president. Then somebody go and say, you see, these are the people who put us in the cabinet. Your government, according to NAMO, your government has got 3% out of 100%. That's what NAMO said. This is the president who promised to come and change the course of things in the country. You listen to your information minister, deputy, who said NAMO is getting 65. He said President Boakai didn't promise the country. This is not a request show. This president has disgraced the country in less than 1 year. This is what Mr. Boakai has done. You go on the show and say, oh no, why? Oh, free speech. It means you are not even following the happenings in the country. It means you are not following what is happening in the country. This is the man who has broken the law. He took up on Johnny position. He told people who are civil control simply because they had a view on social media. Where are we as young people? Where are we? I mean, with our thinking to be an honest man is how you think critically. People are just
He's coming fire there now.
Wonderful. Thank you so much, Pascal. It was Pascal, it was how the rest. But again, it's about the food. So I made a few more calls and I cross over to our team to respond to some of you. And let today's caller, what do you mean?
Yeah, we're in Nemo, and I was saying how to Rural Circle and all the guys. This is Emmanuel Richard and I joined the conversation with Boakai. Well, and look, you see, I'm deeply worried and sorry for Liberia. The way I see our country is going, I can tell you, if we're not stand up and make President Boakai to understand that he is proceeding wrongly, 1 year from now, our country, there will be no more Liberia. Look, if you come in our community, as I speak to you, 2 persons have just lost their life from Zumi, drugs. The body are on the street right now, and people are pulling to see this body. 2 young guys are just died. When President Boakai promised us, it's too painful, and some people crying on in the community. The very people who are passing around and saying that, oh, we can make a push for in Liberia, they come today, they are bringing another drugs by new Zumi. And I think President Boakai need to understand that our people are dying every day. Every day our people are dying. You know how it takes for people to bring their children on, and then you allow, you say that you the government has a role to play to stop people from bringing drugs in the market. Today, Zumi is everywhere. Young people are dying. The government is not doing anything about it. Nothing. It's too painful to see the 2 young guys lying on the street only because President Boakai and some of the officials desire to shoot the drugs dealer. And I can say this to you. Trust me, in the coming days of the months, we will stand up, we will stand up with us as Liberia to make sure that President Boakai do the right thing. Or else, all the young people in Liberia will finish.
All right.
People are dying. Our people are dying.
All right. Thank you so much. People are dying and we got to go. But I want for Sekou and Steve to respond. And when it comes to the drugs issue, with the last caller, I think that was on, if I'm not mistaken, sometime in this week, we have the chair, or in fact, on the committee of drugs, Honorable Kashua was here talking about drugs. In fact, even in your own county. So, you want to just, if I respond to the callers before we go, I want to give you all of the time so that you'll be able to respond to the callers.
Yes. So Melbourne, thank you. I just want to make a quick announcement. Somebody asked, both cash app we have that have problems. So the number that I just gave you, the name on it, going to say Hawa Sangari. Somebody asked whether it's cash app say Hawa Sangari. Yes. So our original cash app for our show is not working. Two of them not working right now for some reason. We will try to fix it, but in the meantime, a lot of people can do Zelle. Zelle is better. We have a Zelle number. That's okay. But the cash app number is not okay. So the one number I just gave you, the 623-810-1494, is you're going to say Hawa Sangari. So somebody asked if that's the name on the cash app. Yes, to answer your question. So to the callers, our job is not to tell people how to think and how to speak. We want to provide you information. You decide what you want to do with the information. For Liberia and Liberians, we gravitate towards news every day. We want new thing every day. We want to listen to news story. We want to go for breaking news every day. But at the end of the day, we'll get the news, we do nothing with it. Absolutely nothing. So since we live in the radio, so let me take Abraham, then from there I'll go to Steve still, and then we'll continue on the show. Abraham, quickly.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Good afternoon, my brother.
Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon. Yeah, great show, guys. Great topic. You know, Sekou, it's something that I've been really following, and I really wanted to get your opinion on it, because for people that have lived around Liberian politics, at least have managed to live and see at least maybe from the Congo era and so on and so forth. Can you point to any instance a presidential appointee, especially in the security apparatus, that have been suspended for this long?
Never.
I don't know of it. Now, the reason I'm pointing to this, because if even in the United States you work in a sector and you are under suspension for this protracted period, it diminishes your leadership ability and your morale of such an institution. So whether these people will get fired or not, I mean, I'm just not curious, because even going back to such an institution, whether they will have the moral or the morale to even lead such an institution with the dignity and respect any further. Because, especially somebody like my dear brother A.B. Kurma and others, owing to the fact, the resume that he has for security activities in Liberia, to be under suspension for 7 months.
Yeah.
I don't know of any Sekou, but again, it's an individual decision to make. But I was just curious to know it, because I've really been thinking about it. But let me not take all your time, man.
Yeah, it has never happened before, and you're right. I think A.B. Kurma, one time Musa Belete, the representative from District Number 7, Numa County, said on this show that if he were A.B. Kurma, he would have resigned a long time ago. He said it here. But it's like this is kind of degrading. This is disrespectful, and very much humiliating. But thank you, my brother. Yeah, Steve, back to you, sir. I don't know. Is your internet okay? I think you're muted, Steve.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, better.
I said, well, the only thing I can say is nothing short of disrespect from Joseph Boakai, and that's who Joseph Boakai is. The people around him, basically, they don't know what they're doing. Simple. Let me put it that way. They say George were incompetent. He was inept, but Joseph Boakai has proven, in my honest view, to be incompetent, inept, and he doesn't know anything. He doesn't know what he's doing. Yeah. No, he does not know what he's doing. He has no clue about what's going on. He doesn't know what he's doing. The only thing he wants to do is to chill, enjoy himself, and lavish money, because financially he's not disciplined. Simple.
So Steve, does that speak to the fact that he's not the one cutting the shot?
I ain't gonna call shot when he don't know what's going on. He doesn't know what's going on. Let me tell you something, Mr. Kane. I want to agree with you openly today that Joseph Boakai is just sitting there.
Oh.
And these guys are running circles around him. That's it. The only thing Joseph Boakai cares about is to sit down on the plane, go to Los Angeles place, the poor can go in here, he pass around small, he enjoy free money, enjoy free ride. That's it. Joseph Boakai is not taking the presidency seriously. He doesn't know what's going on. Even if he were taking it seriously, Joseph Boakai is an incompetent and inept man. Simple. He got nothing to offer Liberia. The man has no connection. All that B-mod was making Joseph Boakai. But we told them from the beginning.
Steve, now we're not having a conversation. So does he also know protocols? He doesn't know diplomacy.
What do you know? The man who sat anything I was playing with Lenny. He doesn't know protocol, Mr. Kane.
But he doesn't know that when you come to a country, it will be received by leaders of that country as a president. You got to go
the man who said that, who told you Joseph Boakai care about respect and honor? The man who said that on a platform with a convicted criminal to collect money for him, and you tell me saying you care about honor and respect? Joseph Boakai does not know what they call honor. He does not know what they call respect. He doesn't know dignity. The man went to the court. The man kissed Bible. Then he lied in the same court. And I want you to say dignity and respect. Don't do that thing, Mr. Kane. Don't lay that expectation for Joseph Boakai. I say it, Joseph Boakai is a joke. He's a joke. The man is serious. And he used to pass around. Can you imagine he can bomb Costa and vice president for 12 years. Used to be passing around for the Devon Waterside Market behind Costa with black plastic bag. When we talking, people laugh, they say, oh, hey, I'm making it. Here now on Joseph Boakai, he go to barber shop and sit on there and say, we're calling here with Costa. That I want to take serious. I don't take Joseph Boakai seriously. Joseph Boakai is a joke. I don't take him seriously. So nobody take him seriously. Nobody in the world take Joseph Boakai seriously. I'm being very honest. Nobody take him seriously because he does not present himself like a state man. The people he aligns with, they got shady character. Who really wants to be identified with those kind of people? Look, you see, Ellen Johnson said, whether you like her or not, she carries herself as a state woman. So she attracts serious-minded people, and she attracts people who wants to be serious. But if you pass around with a joker there, you pass around with Dillon and Yombly there, who's stealing their own money for their own people, that don't want to associate you serious with, don't want to who making decisions for you. You get Dillon who brought somebody to come and attack the United States of America. Dillon brought that girl to come and attack the United States of America. To talk foolishness. You call Sunday, you sat on there, you said nothing. Then I said, oh, take you serious? No, I don't take Joseph Boakai serious. No. The people who take you seriously, for me personally, the people who take you seriously, I got no respect for them.
So what does this mean for Boakai government, for Dillon to decide to even delay making decision on the LDE and eventually coming to disgrace AB and others the way they did? You think this is a setup to trying to set the Joseph Boakai government up for failure, or you think this is just, not knowing what they are doing?
Mr. Kane.
Yeah.
Dillon, Yombly, and other people have set their eyes on the prize. And at the same thing they did with Joe, they knew that if they support somebody like Cummings or Tiawan Gonglo, they will not get what they're getting. They will not be on the way they're on. Most of the people who supported, who fled from George Weah to go to United Party, are the people who could not get a way around Joe Weah because certain people already took him and were pushing him around. Let me say this to everybody who will listen to this video. The people that you claim to be leaders, they don't want anybody that will challenge them. They don't want anybody that will do what is right. They don't want anybody that will hold them accountable. If they find anybody that they can see as their mumu, that they can use and just get the person out of their face while they steal, they will gravitate towards that person. And this is how they've been operating for decades, for years in our country. Because they themselves are criminals. They are addicted to criminality. So Dillon is a trap, that they said, and the trap is catching. But guess what? At the end of the day, they were not listening yesterday. I listened to the show this morning. When you talk about Gafon, you think United Party people will sit and Yombly then run a circle around Gafon? You will see the noise that come between them. And we told them on a show that there were going to be noise between United Party and Costa people at some point.
Yeah.
They cost us. The noise that will come from between Yombly there and the United Party people. And we yet you're going to mark it down to.
So you want me to take a few calls while we stay?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, if you can.
All right. Caller, what is your name and where are you calling from?
Good afternoon, Sekou. How are you?
I'm doing wonderful. How are you doing, sir?
I'm okay. This is Pastor Jerome Cummings. Sekou, I want to refresh your memory a little bit.
Yes, sir.
The previous caller, there was a caller, Abraham.
Mm-hmm.
He asked if anybody from the government had been suspended for this long, right?
Yeah, I said no, I couldn't remember.
And he said, looking back from the era of Togo to that of Charles Taylor and Ellen Johnson Sirleaf, the answer is no.
Okay.
But let me tell you something, Sekou. The issue at the LDEA, are you familiar with the story of General Papa and that of Chris Farley? You remember those days?
Yes, I do.
Okay. If you remember vividly, this is just a reoccurrence of what transpired that was ongoing continuously with General Papa and that of Chris Farley. That even Roosevelt nor Alhaji Nkrumah could contain the situation. So it's just a real courage. It's just a real courage. That's why I always say when I come to this show, I say the only way we can change this system or make this system work better is only when serious players, not loud talkers, or serious players will wake up and say, we will form a part of an institution. What do we see wrong? We stand and speak truth to our leaders. But Sekou, you know, and I know, you've been around for a longer time. That's why you can remember that story with Chris Farley and General Papa.
Yeah.
It's just the same thing, nothing. And then as it relates to investigation, I'll go back to something at the game. You remember the Elwood Dawn investigation from Madam Ellen Johnson Sirleaf with Willie Knuckles? You remember that investigation?
I remember. I don't have detail about it. Yeah, I do remember.
Yeah, it took forever. It took long. And all of the investigation during Madam Sirleaf, even the investigation of the 17 young men that were gruesomely murdered between Lower Madibi County and that of Grand Bassa, that investigation. So it's just Liberia history with investigation and alleged perpetrators. My brother, we are at a crossroad. And I don't strongly believe that anybody can do it better, even if this regime leave and other people come. Sekou, you've been around for a long time. You show me a political party, I just want to see two players. I will tell you how the game will end. So, my brother, we just running in circles. We're repeating the same thing over and over. Only people who are not familiar with some of the stories just think that some of these things are new things. They're old things.
Yeah.
Until we change, until those of us who mean well, we get up and be a part of an institution that stands for principle, that don't give room to, to some of the old players to play around. I'll tell you something, Sekou. I raised an issue with Senator Dillon, support us. And they had issue with me, and I said, look, you're small. I've been around for a longer time. I know these players. The time will tell. And today, they said time is a healer. And I saw the same thing with Louis Brown when you were hanging around commies. I called a few people. I said, if y'all win election, time will tell. They took it for joke. These are the same players. They're playing around. And they only want for it to be themselves, not the masses. They talk about the masses, but they don't protect the people. They don't protect the interests of the people. Sekou, so this thing is an old story. The only way this prevailing trajectory will change today or tomorrow is when people like you and others will wake up and be part of an institution. If you see a spade, you call a spade a spade.
Yeah.
You don't see it and say, oh, yes, this person can change this situation, we got to bring them on. No.
Yeah. My brother, thank you so much. Thank you as always, bro. Labra, man. So, Steve, somebody, let me see. Hello? Hello?
Hello?
Yeah, who's this?
Hi, good afternoon.
Hello? Hello? Yes.
Yes, how are you doing?
I'm doing wonderful. What is your name and where are you calling from?
I'm calling from Brooklyn, Ohio.
Your name is?
Emmanuel Davis, calling from Brooklyn, Ohio.
How are you doing, Emmanuel? Go ahead.
Let's provide information about Ebi Kuma men. Can you remember the drugs that were arrested at the airport a few days and the one that arrested to Bow Water, sir? They did an investigation and they said that one of the men leaked the secret. So the drug dealers now they're having problems that those men are still having some information with them. So they must let them go. That's the reason for which they let the men go. That's what happened.
Can you repeat that?
They asked both of them. They said they don't know about it, but the information came from them that there was a drug that was coming to the airport. The drug that just arrested to the airport in Sita. There was one of the men that leaked the information.
All right.
So that's what happened.
Okay. All right, brother. Thank you. So, Steve,
Yeah, let me say something on the whole.
Yeah, go ahead. I don't want to take any more calls.
Yeah, let me say something on the whole drug dealing and the allegedly letting them go, firing of them. My concern now will be about their lives. Because if they know certain things,
yes,
then that means they have to be collateral. They gotta go. And so that would be my concern about them. I'm not concerned about the firing. I'm concerned about their safety, their security, and their lives. Because evidently they know certain things.
A whole lot.
And the only thing that would have informed me that they would be safe if they were staying around at least, then they will try to keep them because they want to. But the fact that they let them go, they wouldn't want to risk any kind of exposure or deep talking. And so, but this is my recommendation to them.
You think before you make your recommendation, you think they can you think they will be safe if they are somehow reappointed to different positions in different agencies?
No, they will not. They will not.
That would still be a trap.
It's a trap. In fact, that would not be. It's a trap. It is a trap to get them comfortable so that later on they can get rid of them. You know, and so my recommendation to them to do two things: seek asylum and talk about what you talk to the rightful people about what you know. Simple. That's the only way out. It's very serious. This is a very dangerous and risky thing. You don't want to mess with certain people. You don't want to fool around with certain people.
Do you know the fighting in there right now in the LDA today? There were people. Remember, we were telling them the last time that they should follow proper or normal procedures of recruiting people.
Yeah.
So they recruit a lot of people. They gave them access to ammunition. They introduced them to how those whole drugs thing works in the country. And some of them, they have personal loyalty. Some to Ibi Kruma, some personal loyalty to Fadiga and the other guy, mainly Fadiga and Ibi Kruma. And those people, not all of them going to be fired. That is our recipes for disaster.
It is.
A big one. And I know what I'm talking about. When we see, I will tell you more. A lot going on. You can't, I can tell you right now to take a guess as to who the person that called me while we're on the show to tell me the information. You will never get it. No matter how you guess, you'll be wrong. Because not anybody from the LDA, not anybody, but somebody very, very close to the presidency. And they are very disappointed, very surprised. And they were very emphatic as to what happened and the role they don't play, they don't continue to play in the process. But I think it's the beginning of the whole thing. This is a good movie. We will all watch. We will all hope that it will end good. So let me go back and check before we leave to see if. Yeah, so I think two people sent us Zell today. Yeah, I want to say thank you. We appreciate you guys. Again, we'll be here tomorrow. If I'm not here, Steve will be here with other guys. But hopefully, we'll try to be here. Steve, anything before we go?
Well, the only thing I would say to our people, don't expect anything serious from an international standpoint from Joseph Boakai or that investor team. What they're talking about, that lie. No see where man person coming to Liberia to invest because nobody knows Joseph Boakai anyways. Secondly, Joseph Boakai not doing anything to make the country conducive for people to come there to invest. They all imagine an investor wake up in the morning and reading the headlines, the news across the world, and it states that the budget, the government alter their own budget. You know what that sounds? It sounds like a bunch of criminals packed together. And that means they can be trusted with money. They just cannot. Here's the last part I wanted to say also. To CDCs, to CDC, or whatever it is, and to all Liberians, don't let nobody disrespect you behind the horse in public and then go behind the horse and apologize to you. So I let it stand, Joe. We are to former President Joe. We are. Let Joseph Boakai put care of that foolishness somewhere else. Then it go over other people. If you want for you to work together, then you behave. Then you respect the other person. That's how it is. That's how people work together. That's how you promote democracy. You don't honor somebody. They kind of like say, oh, you know, I want you to kind of put your voice onto this. Only because it suits you at that moment. So, you know, kind of the whole country is in Rigma Road. Everybody who supported Joseph Boakai, who still support Joseph Boakai, for me personally, I got no respect for you. I don't. Until you can renounce your support for that crook that got no connection, nothing, that disrespecting the country. Joseph Boakai is disrespecting Liberia, bringing Liberia down to the lowest. Even President John Weah said, now go behind the whole in Kono. Can you imagine? Can you imagine? Even President John Weah, who everybody claimed that he was incompetent and inept, did not go to that low. Joseph Boakai, all the experience in the world.
So Steve, while we were living,
he's still going behind the wall.
Yeah, while we were living, we just received another $100 from one of the brothers who have always supported SKTV. He doesn't like what to call his name, but would really, really appreciate him. Yeah, so I don't know. My people, this country, we don't know.
And when you are leaving, the lot of the people say the Canadian put together an investment.
Nothing.
Something that we're going for. So liars. So irresponsible people. Liars and irresponsible people. How you just lie in public like that? You just lie and think that everybody will just buy into, and that is the one that can pin some of us. You think everybody's stupid like you, everybody can lie like you. No, everybody not the same. Everybody not the same. Now you go now, like in the basement, they carry Joseph Boakai again.
The fact that even a police officer or city mayor could not accompany Joseph Boakai, see, that says a lot.
And then they say they're going to open embassy in Canada. That they went there for. Are you still
people there? You anyway.
You get money to go open embassy somewhere to sustain and maintain it. The one you get right, you're not taking care of it. That Canada, you want to open embassy to do what? To show what? These people are not serious, man. These people, they are not serious.
So Steve, before we go, let me ask you a few questions because, you know, it's been a while since we both, appear on the show. So there are a lot of things that we haven't talked about. The Liberian government, through Joseph Boakai, they have lied to the American people many times. A lot of Liberians don't know, even those who are not supposed to come to the United States, but if you are coming for United Nations General Assembly, you are given the opportunity to come in with a caveat. You can only go to certain perimeter.
Yeah.
You can't pass there. So Joseph Boakai learned that he coming with 25 people. And you think they are coming here to and found some of those people then to discuss the issue of war and economic crimes code, the issue of corruption, the drug and the money laundering thing they've been doing. Or everybody just going to come there. The one that will get you enter to just be clapping for him. What do you think going to be the role for some of the people that are coming?
What normal protocol will be followed? I will say that if you have to meet the UN Secretary General Linda Greenfield, you will meet her, because that's in the confines or the context of the UN. It does not necessarily mean that you're meeting a US diplomat or whatever it is. If there's going to be any meeting held behind closed door with the United States government and Joseph Human Boakai and whatever it is, Joseph Boakai got to come with some kind of substantial thing that has been done. As far as I'm concerned, as far as the information we have gathered, there's no plan to meet with Joseph Boakai on the sideline, whatever it is. They don't see them as serious-minded people. They see them as a bunch of jokers. They see Joseph Boakai as a playboy who want to fool around his age. He don't keep to his words. He don't keep what he says. He don't keep promises. He's inconsistent. And so they don't take him seriously. In fact, the description that you gave of Joseph Boakai, unstable, the government, that's how they see them. So at the end result, they feel that they are a risky group of people, very dangerous, because they're unstable. They will tell you one thing and they do a different thing. And so this is troubling for them. This is problematic. And bringing Dillon and other people behind it just sends a signal of defiance when they have rejected Dillon.
So, you think United States will confront them on the issue of the new foreign alliance with China and Russia, or United States will allow them to go deeper before they strike?
No, Mr. Kennedy, the United States does not operate like that to say, oh, and why you no. Their diplomatic response will be in terms of how they do things. So they will send subliminal messages, such as they cut certain budgets, such as they close certain doors, they put sanctions on certain people. Those are kind of things, but they'll say they will go sit and confront them. No, don't do that. They will not do that, because at the end of the day, they don't want to be on record as directly interfering into people's choices or the democracy, because it is Liberia's prerogative, right? That's not like the time for all to say we're a sovereign nation. And Liberia, a sovereign nation, they can make that decision to whoever they want to tailor their foreign policy. They can do that. It's in their right. But at the same time, you can't do that. But then you also depend on the other person to support you financially. The UN General Assembly thing that they go to, where they have in New York, and the American people, for the most part, sponsoring most of the thing and financing it. So either way you go, either way they go, they have just made themselves to look stupid and ugly in front of the United States. And like Charles Taylor said, no president in Liberia will be successful. Say what you want to say. With all the backing of Washington. It's a fact. Say what you want to say.
Well,
say what you want to say now.
It is what it is. So yeah, we got to leave it there for today. So I want to say thank you to the brother who sent us $100 and the sister who sent the $20 as well. We want to appreciate all of you. And if you were struggling to send us Cash App, again, the Cash App number is 623-810-1494. We appreciate you. Thank you so much. Steve, anything else before we go?
No, tomorrow we'll delve a little deeper. Into this whole international policy thing and what it really means in terms of the drug. So, folks, please.
And again, Steve, maybe after we'll talk today, there are a lot of things that we didn't talk about when it comes to the whole LDA thing. We'll expand on it tomorrow further.
Exactly.
If I'm not on, you have the necessary information.
Yes, I think what I'm doing, Mr. Kane, I'm headed to the house right now to you, so that we can have some of these discussions. Then I'll come back later on tonight. But let me head to the house right now, since Pretty basic. I ain't got nothing much going on. Let me report on base to see what's going on base.
All right. You know what? Just call me when we hang up. Call me. Let's talk.
Okay. I'll call you. Yeah, we'll probably talk on the phone.
Yeah, my people here, thank you. We'll be here tomorrow. If I'm not here, Steve will be here. Otto will be here. We'll be on the radio, hopefully, to continue the conversation. But like we have always said, we're not going to keep anything away from you people. We'll come on this show simply because of Liberian people. Trust me. And the reason why we sometimes don't have the number of people that we're supposed to be having on this show because we refuse to take SAR. And we're not going to take SAR. Right now, it will sound like we are CDC. People will be packed. A bunch of hypocrites and, people who just here to praise things for their leaders. Or we say right now, we start saying some good thing about Unity Party. A lot of them will be here. We don't care about that. Those of you that come here all the time, rain or shine, you people are the MVP. You are the best. We respect you guys and we love you guys to the moon. Whether you're watching us on SKTV, radio, on their Facebook or YouTube, or you're on Instagram, we appreciate you. We appreciate all the support. We'll be here tomorrow. Thank you so much, and God bless you all.